Right, I'll just see if this is working. For some reason it's not letting me rotate my phone today. No, because that's going to be sideways, isn't it? It's just annoying, isn't it? I'll just try that and see if I can get this facing the right direction. Has it moved? I'm just trying to see what's going on. Right. How have we got that? I think that's upside down now. Let's go around this way and this way. Try this. I don't know why Facebook keep changing things just to make my life difficult, but never mind. And I'll just turn this on and see if I've got some volume. I don't know. Yep, so the volume's working. Right, okay. I've got you in focus a little bit, and I'm just going to have to try to do things very close up like that. So anyway, I'm here today. Sorry about technical difficulties. Yeah, there's always something, isn't there, trying my patience. But anyway, so what I thought I'd do for you today is a fancy fold card I made a few weeks ago. And I'm using up this beautiful paper. Love this. So this is our Floral Charm. I've used that a lot lately. So I'm going to use this pattern here. I've got a couple of pieces of that I could use. So I'll put that aside. And I'm just wondering what card base to use. So I don't know whether to use the Peacock or the Cajun Craze. So if someone's watching there, I see there's a couple of people watching, can you let me know if I should go Peacock or Cajun Craze, okay? And then I will cut those pieces. So let me know. The other thing I thought I would use today is a new DSP, and this is what is this one called? Artesian Sketch Garden. This is a new DSP that's just come in. And it's beautiful. There's some great black and white things. We can colour them and cut them out. So I'm just trying to work out which one I'm going to use for this, and I'll decide on that when it's time, when I get all the other bits and pieces made. I haven't had any comments, not sure what to do about colours, but in the meantime, maybe, okay, let's just make a decision, and I'm going to use this flower here. So all these images, we don't have any dies for them, but they are really, it's super easy to cut them out anyway. So I'm going to colour this in, and hopefully, Maureen's there. Maureen, shall I go Cajun Craze or Pretty Peacock? Let me know what you think. So to colour these in, I'm just going to go with, this is Dark Petal Pink. So I'll just colour this in very quickly while I'm waiting to hear back from someone that can help me with some colours. Right, so that's that flower. Then I might go, we've got Crisp Cantaloupe. Now this is one of our new colours that's just come in, back in. It had been in colour years ago, I think. Really beautiful colour, and so it's nice to have that back again. So we'll colour that one, these flowers in the Crisp Cantaloupe. And can I see any comments yet? No. I'm caught up. Okay. Yes, I don't know what Facebook's doing. There's always something. I've got been trying to get my computer set up so I can do it from my computer, which would be really good. Then I can have a little bit more control over. And this is the Dark Cantaloupe, so it's a little bit deeper. Just do that very quickly. And I should have just put, I'll just grab just 2 seconds. Maybe a little bit, I couldn't find the colour I was after. I might just put a little bit of Poppy Parade in here just to give it a bit of depth. And in the middle of here, and in the middle of here, in the middle of here, and my iPad's gone off, I'm all caught up, so I don't know what's happening. Technology is not my favourite thing, I tell you. Right, so we'll just go light cantaloupe now, and we'll just go light, and we'll just blend those colours in. So as most of you know, I love my blends. They're my favourite thing to play with in my stash. And we'll go with this is the other end. This is the dark cantaloupe. Yep. So I'm just gonna drag that poppy parade up from there. That's really cute. Now just do some dark cantaloupe just in the middle and the edges of this rose here. So as you see, you don't have to be perfect, you don't have to be an artist, just add a bit of colour here and there. Go over it with some other colours and it blends them all together, and it looks like you're very creative. And I'm definitely not. I'm no artist at all, but blends help you look like you are. There you go. Right, and then I may just go with the old olive and just do these leaves with the old olive. So, and I'll see if I can, my iPad keeps going off because I don't even know what's happening with that at the moment, but right, Shona's there. Hi Shona, how are you? Hey, do you want to let me know if I should go Cajun Craze or Pretty Peacock? Let me know what you think, okay? I just thought I'd get a little bit of, actually I think Mossy Meadow would have been the better colour, so I might just go dark now. See, I wasn't looking. Oh, that one's, right, let's just go with a little bit of the dark old olive. It's funny, sometimes it's not till you colour these things, you think, oh no, I need a darker colour, or I need a different colour. So, it's been a busy day. I'm trying to get organised. I've got the catalogue launch in the weekend, so trying to do my display and finish some samples and do a few things like that. So it's been rather hectic today. I'm off to Midhurst School tomorrow to make Mother's Day gifts and Mother's Day cards with the ladies. Oh, I can see the comments up on here, but I couldn't see them on my iPad. Oh, Alison's in now. Cajun Craze. Okay, we'll go Cajun Craze. I haven't used Cajun Craze for ages, actually. And I'd grabbed the peacock out, and then I thought, oh, actually, Cajun Craze might be quite nice. So I'll just cut this out quickly, just while I'm talking to you. So the new catalogue is live, which is fantastic. Beautiful things in the new catalogue. Love it. So excited to share it with all my ladies on Saturday and Sunday. And I have been busy creating cards for my classes coming up. So I'm doing classes with just about all the DSP in the catalogue. So that's kept me busy trying to get that organised. And apart from that, I had this virtual album retreat last weekend. Now that was amazing. It was a Stampin Up offered as a online virtual class, and 3 of my friends, my team members, decided to do it as well. So a couple of them came Friday, a couple of them came Thursday and a couple came Friday. Oh, one came in the afternoon, and then on Saturday, the other 3 ended up here at some stage. So we got to do it together, which was great. I hooked my laptop up to the TV, and even then I was having a few technical issues as well. But it was quite nice to be able to see it on the TV rather than actually trying to watch it on my laptop. Right, so there you go. Look at that, beautiful. So it's great paper. I love it. I have coloured in a whole lot of these vases as well. And there's also these patterns, and there's some others as well that you can colour in. These ones and these ones that you can colour in. So amazing paper, really great. Okay, so we will go Cajun Craze because it's the only comment I see. I don't know why the comments aren't coming up on my iPad, but oh well, that's what happens, isn't it? Right, so I'll put that aside and that aside, and I will cut all my pieces now. So let me grab my trimmer. Oh, where is that? On the table somewhere. Okay, just as well, my classroom, I have everything in here. I've just got to go and find it at times. Right, so the DSP then, I'm going to cut this at 10 centimeters by 28 centimeters. So take that out to there. I always transfer all my measurements to centimeters for cutting, and the reason being that I have a guillotine that I do all my cutting on, and that's in centimeters, so that's why I always cut in centimeters. But we are going to do some scoring in inches because it just saved me trying to convert those. So we need 2 pieces that are 10 centimeters by 28 centimeters. That's that. Okay, the other thing that we're going to need out of here, so this is a piece of A4. I'm going to need a piece that's about 2.5 centimeters might be right. 2.5 or 3. Oh, yeah, we'll go 3 centimeters, eh? Oh, no, we'll go 2.5. Oh, make up my mind. See, as you can tell, I'm just making this up as I go. Some of it. So that's that. Now, the other thing that I'm going to need is I'm going to need 2 pieces that are 16.5 centimeters by 16.5 centimeters. So I need 2 pieces like that. And I was going to have a look for my sample that I made for this card, and I didn't. So that's going to be interesting. But anyway, we'll get it sorted. So 16.5 by 16.5. So we need 2 pieces like that. Now we need, what else do I need? I need another piece that is 2.5 centimeters by, oh no, I need that out of this piece. Oh, that was silly, wasn't it? Because it needs to be 21 centimeters long. I thought it's 12. 2.5 centimeters by 21. So I will have that one, and I think that's all I'm going to need at this stage. So grab these in, and I'm going to score these. So I'll take my also cross now. Actually, yeah, I'll just. I'm going to bring my other Simply scoreboard in, because this is so much easier to use when I'm doing lots and lots of measurements. Right, so you can do this on your trimmer, but because I've got one of these, I'm going to do it on here. Now I'm going to score this at where am I here? 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, 5 inch, 6 inch, 7 inch, 8 inch, 9 inch, and 10 inches. And then I'm going to do the same here. So 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, 5 inch, 6 inch, 7 inch, 8 inch, 9 inch, and 10 inches. Right, that's those pieces. Now this piece here, this is our 16.5 centimeters by 16.5, so it's really 6.5 inches by 6.5 inches. So I'm going to score this at 2, 3, 5, and 6. So this is the just 1/2 inch down the side here, so you rotate that and leave that to the bottom, and then you are going to score at 1 inch, 5 inches, and 6 inches. And you're going to do that with both pieces, okay? So I'll go through it all again. So this one here, we're going to score at 2 inches, 3 inches, 5 inches, and 6 inches. Then we rotate the skinny part there to the bottom, and you're going to score at 1, 5, and 6. Right, so that's my 2 pieces for that, and this one here was 21 centimeters long. We're going to score that at, oh, that's in centimetres, so I will score that in the other, where's my other thing, just because I added this measurement on later on, as you do. Right, so we're going to score that at 5 and 16. Okay, I think that's all I need for that part of it. Now, so we've got those pieces, that, and those ones. Right, the other pieces that I have for this is I have a piece of white, and these were already cut, so I'm using those, 7.5 centimetres by 15. Then I have a piece of Cajun Craze, which is 7 by 14.5. So I'm going to just, so I can put these out of my way, attach that to the bottom piece. Like that. And then I have another piece that's 6.5 by 14. And I'm going to stamp on that. Let me just see if I can find a, what am I going to put on there? Am I going to put the big words or the little words? I may put, oh, that's nice. So this is a new one. May your day be filled with love and happiness. That's really nice. I might use that. So this is called Phrases and Frames. It's one of the new sets. Now, just for a little hint, when I get the new sets, because they come on these backings, okay, so what I do is I turn it upside down, take the lighter one off, because that's the way your words are, ink it up, and then I stamp it on there like that, okay. And what happens is then when I'm putting the stamps away, I can just lift that up and put the stamps back on. So that one, Have a Fabulous Day, is out. Well, it might be over here now. I think I just grabbed it. I've been using it to do some things for the catalogue launch, but this is May Your Day Be Filled with Love and Happiness, and I quite like that. So let me grab that, and I'll just put that onto a block. And then, do I want this colour or do I want that colour? Just trying to think. No, I'll do it in the Cajun Craze, I think. So we'll stamp that. So just tap, tap, tap. And I want to stamp that near the bottom here, like that. Okay? Okay, that is that done. Now, I'll just attach that to this other piece. And that's my base sorted. Okay, and if you want to write, you can write on the back of it. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is our pieces of Designer Series paper. We're going to concertina fold those back and forward. And you don't need to bone fold every single one. It'll be fine. I'm just going to do that and I'll do it at the end. So give it a good, like that. And I'm going to do the same with this one here. As you can see, I've done this a few times. Now let me just think how that's going to go. No, I need it to go this other way, this opposite way. So, because I want to join these two together. So, that and that. Okay, so that's good. So I'm going to join one on top of the other. So for this, I can just use tape because it's only DSP going on to DSP. And so we're just going to do that on that fold line like that. There you go. So that makes us a nice long fan. So I'll put that aside. Okay, this one's all done. So I'll just score those pieces. I've got to remember how I cut these, so that's going to be a bit of a mission. Right, I'm really happy with that flower. That's really cool. Okay, so this here, what we're going to do first of all is we're going to take our snips and we're going to cut from the bottom up to that first fold line. Now I did a card like this in class and I actually had one of these cut with all the pieces cut out, so it made it a lot easier for everyone to work out how to cut it. but I meant to grab the sample and I forgot. So, and then I'm just going to cut a slither off each side like that. Okay, and it just means, not so much that, it's just these little ones, these smaller ones that really need it. Okay, so just a slither off like that would be great. And then we're going to do the same with this end. So we're going to cut down to that second line, just like that. Now, sorry, this will take a little while, but it's good that you get to see exactly what we do and how we do it. Okay, so that's that. And let me think, that's going to be the main one. So that one can be cut out. This one gets cut off and that one gets cut off. I'm sure that's right. Let's hope it is, eh? Because once I cut it off, it's going to be a pain having to put it back in. Right, and then that one can be cut off as well. And this one here can be cut off. Not quite down far enough. Right, just like that. So we end up with a piece like this. And again with these ones, we're going to cut those on a little bit of an angle. And this one here as well. And this one here. So it's funny, like you do things in class, and I watch lots of videos on how things are made, and then I try to change things to make it work. And then you do about 3 classes, and by the 3rd class you find another way that makes life a little bit easier as well. So, you know, you're always learning and always finding other ways to make life easier. Right, that one's not a very good angle, is it? That's better. Right, that'll be fine. And we're going to do the same with this one. So we're going to cut the bottom line all up to the center like that. And then we're going to, these smaller ones, we're just going to slice them in a little bit. And the same with that one. And then we're going to cut this last one off, and we're going to do the same here. We're going to cut that last section off, and probably the easiest way is to just cut them all up and then cut the pieces off that need to be cut off. So just that one. Oh, I know, I need some more DSP. That's funny. So I will grab that back in a second. And I decided to make this one a little bit different to the one we did in class too. So, right, so I'm just going to cut that on an angle and that one on an angle. Oops. And that section there is going to come out completely. So if you're watching, you can, I'll lay this down and you can probably take a screenshot. And then you'll know exactly where to cut the pieces out. Right, let's just get rid of all this rubbish first. Should have brought my rubbish container over, but never mind. I'll just put it on the side of my desk there. So that is how it ends up. Okay, now I'll just be 2 seconds. I'm just going to grab a little punch. Okay. So I've just grabbed a little circle punch. It's a retired punch, but it's quite handy to have something like this that I just keep. So I'm just going to cut a little half circle just out of that piece there. Okay, and now I need to cut a little bit more DSP. So let's hope I've got some here. I'll grab my trimmer back. And I will just now we need this to be, just trying to think. I was thinking, what is this? Let me just look. Let me just look and see how long this is. So this is 10.5. So I need 10 centimeters by 4.5. Isn't it 4.5? Yes, 10 by 4.5. So this is at 10. So if I go 9 centimeters, and then turn it that way and go 10 centimetres. Then I can just cut that at 4.5 and I've got both pieces cut. There we go. Very good. Okay, so these pieces I'm going to put onto this. So these are going to make boxes. And so we're going to go I don't know if there's an up and down. There may be. We'll go that way, just in case. That's 10 centimetres. It needs to be 9.5. Oh, we'll just cut a little bit off there, make it 9.5. I thought it was. And I'll just cut an extra 0.5 centimetre off that one. Sorry, it was 9.5 by 4.5. That's better. So that's going to go onto that one. And this one we'll have them the same way. So we're going to put this onto there. And we'll put some tape on and make up the boxes. Right, very good. Okay, now we're just going to fold all these fold lines forward like that, but it's just easier to put that piece on while it's flat. And then this one here, and then all of these. So your bone fold is your friend when it comes to making boxes. This one here needs a little bit of a slip like that. Funny how when you start to put things together, you think, oh, I just need to trim that, or I just need to trim that, and I haven't trimmed that very well. And that one there needs a bit too. Can't have taken much off that one. There we go. Right, so that's that one done, and then we'll do the same with this one. So we're going to do that. So when we made this in class, the ladies really enjoyed it. I made this a little bit different, the one in class a bit different to the one I'm going to make for you today. I think it's always good that the ladies from class can look back and see something different when they look at the Facebook Lives and see it the same as my classes. So now we just need some tear and tape. So you can use tear and tape or glue. I prefer tear and tape because it's just cleaner and tidier. Just a bit tear and tape along that edge first of all. So we'll do that on both of the boxes. So sorry, today's Facebook Live may take a little bit longer because it's quite a lot involved in making this box, than this box card, but there you go. So that's our main part of our box. So as you see, it comes together quite easily. Oh, where's my pick me tool? Right, and so I find it easier to fold it at the second fold and fold that piece under and then just put it flat. And it comes up as a box. So that just like that. Now, that's going to be the top of the box. And this is going to be the bottom. So what we could do is put some tear and tape on the outside of that piece. And tear and tape on this piece as well, but you want it on the inside, so just fold it back over like this. The ladies that are in class probably think, oh, we didn't do it that way. No, because Helen's just realised that this is the easiest way. So, as I say, the more you do things, the more you pick up on the little tips or tricks that make life a little bit easier. Right, so the one from the back of the box is going to go forward, so we'll just take the tear and tape off there, like that. And that, I really needed to bring a rubbish bin over here today, but never mind. So that's going to go forward. And then these little flaps are going to come over like that. And then these, I'm going to take these pieces off. Hopefully I'm in view so you can see what I'm doing. For some reason I couldn't put my phone on the side today. It wouldn't let me. I don't know what's going on. But never mind. Right, just use your bone fold inside to push that down. And then this just pops in like that. And this is your little box that you could, oops, just push that in too far, that you could put some, pull that back up, that you could put some chocolates in, or box of tissues fits really nicely into there. So whatever you want. Okay, so now we're going to do this one. So we're going to do the same thing. It's quite nice with the Cajun Craze around that paper. Right, and we will fold that forward. And then we'll fold these two in like that. We'll take the tear and tape off the bottom. Just like that. And fold that over. And then just use your bone folder inside just to make sure that you get a secure down the bottom. And this just goes in, oops, to close your box like that. Okay, so those are the two little boxes made. Okay, the next thing I'm going to need, I need to cut a shape out on my little cutting and emboss machine, and I brought these shapes in. So these are really gorgeous. These are from Beautifully Celebrated Dies. So I think I'm going to need something for that to sit on, so probably about that size. And then I might need the next size as well. That will probably be fine. Okay, let's do those. Okay, so put those away. Bring my little machine in. Hopefully, yes, I've got a piece that's big enough for that, so that's good. I don't have a lot of room here on the desk. It's a very small area, and so sometimes I struggle a little bit, but we normally make it work. Right, open that out and grab my plates and will that go through there? Yes, it will. And will this go through there? Not quite. I need to cut this to size. So let me I'll just trim this off camera just to be quicker. Right. Okay, so we're just going to put that in like that. Put the lid on. Oops, just knocked my camera. Wind that through like so. I don't know what's happening with my coming through to my iPad. It's just I've lost it completely. Right, so that is that shape. And then put that aside. I'm going to cut this. So I need some white. I've got a piece of white here. That will do. So put that onto there. Put the lid on. And wind that through this direction. Right. Right, that looks good. Now, put that die aside so I don't lose anything. Okay, so that's going to go onto there. This is going to go into there. What have I got room for? Have I got anything here? I don't know if I bought. Okay, yes. So in this phrases and frames, we have got sending you hugs. I'm going to put that on there. Because what did I put on that? May your day be filled with love and happiness. That's quite cute. Right, let's grab a little stamp for that. And we'll do Cajun Craze again. It's a colour I don't use a lot, but it's a really, really nice colour. So it's nice to be able to use that on a card. So put that up about there. Very pretty. I love the font on that. It's really cool. So there's some really lovely things in the new catalogue, and you're all going to love them, I'm sure. Right, so let's just attach that to here, and then we'll pop this up onto there like that. Oh, I haven't got many dimensions, because I've been using them on my scrapbook. So I'd go and grab some more, but I haven't got time for that. So let's just cut some of these up. So don't throw your dimensionals away, ladies. Always use them. They come in very handy. And sometimes the little skinny pieces come in really handy if you've got a little area that you're trying to get your dimensional to reach. Okay, so yeah, don't chuck them away, use them. Right, it's probably a little bit of an overkill, but that's all right. We love dimensionals. It just does so much for your projects, it really does. So, right, let's just put all those off and just make this up like that. Oh, that's really pretty. Happy with that. Is that going to go outside the edge? No, we'll be fine. Okay, perfect. Now, next thing we're going to do, we are going to attach this to our box. Now, when I did it in class the other day, we cut one piece off so they were all facing the same direction. But sometimes it tries to twist, and I think if we try to do it like that, it's going to hold it straight. So I'm going to just leave it the way it is. So it means we're going to put some tear and tape on the outside there, and also up against the crease here as well. And we're going to put some on that one as well. So this is the back. These papers are beautiful because you've got your lovely floral papers on one side, and the lovely the backs are really gorgeous as well. So they work really well together. Okay, so that's my fan. Put it all together how it's supposed to be. And now we're going to attach it. So take the tear and tape off. I don't know what I've done there. I'm out of it with my measurement, but it'll be fine once I get it all together. Okay, so I'm going to attach that then to this side of my box, like that. Then I'm going to take these ones off and attach that to that side of the box. To that box on that side. Okay, so just press them in a little bit, make sure they're nice and secure. And that's going to be my fan in my box, like that. Right, now, next step. There's lots of steps, lots of things, but it's going to be great. All right, so this piece here that was 21, we scored at 5 and 16, so it's 5 from each end. It's going to go like this. Now, the ladies at class will be thinking, how come she's doing it like that? Because we did it different, but that's fine. I decided this was going to be easy, so let's do it this way. Right, so we are going to put some tape on those pieces that fold in. Just like that. And then we're going to put some tape on this way. And you might say, why don't you just tape all the way along? Well, because we're pulling it off in different stages, okay? So that's why. So what we're going to do now is we are going to attach, I'll just attach it to this actually. Let's just attach that to there. That's going to be easier. So this is completely different to the way we did it in class, because I watched a video and we made these things and then you added this stuff and then you had to put a thing over the bottom, and then I thought, oh, why don't we just have it as one piece? That will be much easier. So let's hope that I've made the right decision and it is a lot easier. Right, that's fine. Now we need to attach the two boxes to those parts there. So if we take that off, lots of double-sided tape pieces around my table. Never mind. Right, now I just need to try to hold that in place. This is where you need a friend, really. Phone a friend. And we're just going to put that down and that down on there, like so. Hold it down for a second so it attaches. Keep pushing that side in for some reason. There you go. And then that comes out like that. Oops, and it doesn't attach, so let's just put it on here. Hard when you're trying to attach it from that end. So what you can do is open up your little boxes, hold them together, and again use your bone folder. That's the easiest way to attach that to that. And close your box up. So as I say, you can put some chocolates or something, or yeah, little packets of tissues. I had some little packets of tissues here. They are really nice in here as well. So you can put in there whatever you want. Right, so that's the two little boxes. And then the next thing we're going to do, we're going to make a belly band. So we're going to bring that around, so it's about, looks about halfway. And you don't want it tight, but just like press it in with your finger like that, so you get shape right. And then we're going to bring it around this way, so it overlaps there like that. Yep. And now we need, I'm going to put some tear and tape on it. So we'll put some tear and tape on this end, so a piece there and a piece there. And just take those backings off, bring it together again. Okay, that's your belly band that's going to hold it together. And now all we need to do is we need to attach that onto there. So we know that we've got that area there to put our tape. So I can put my tape, I could put it on here or I could put it on there. It doesn't really matter, but sometimes it's just as easy to put on this flat surface. So cross there like that and just at the bottom of there. Then we'll take that off. And then that is going to be attached to that like so. So there you go. And what happens is when they get it, they can take the belly band off and it will come open like that with a little fan. Okay. You can put other things on here, greetings and stuff. You can't pop anything up though because you need to be able to slide your belly band. But I think that looks really pretty. It's hard to tell because I've got to lay it backwards so you can see it in the camera. But, you know, that could sit on someone's sideboard, you know, with this in front, and it would be really, really cute. And when you put this on, it just looks really, really pretty. So there you go. So that's my box fan card is what I called it. This is one we made in class, and we made this, we put a frame on. So we actually permanently attach that to the frame, so we can't put it in together. It's got no belly band. It would just sit on a shelf like that. So that was the one that we made for the class. But yeah, this is one today. So something a little bit different. And for the ladies that come to class, it's another way of making the card that they made. So there you go. So look at these beautiful papers and beautiful floral images. Okay, that's my card for today. I hope you've enjoyed that. And I look forward to seeing you again next weekend at 2 p.m. And hopefully I can get these technical difficulties sorted so we don't make a, you know, so it's not so much of a problem. But yeah, thanks for joining me. If you want to know about the product I've used or the card I made today, please just let me know. Okay, and yeah, enjoy the rest of. Oh, I know what it needs though. I just about forgot. What every little card always needs is some gems. And I was just looking at it thinking, it needs something else. It needs some gems. So there we go. And normally I get off my Facebook Live and I think, oh, it needs something else. It needs some gems. And I go and do it afterwards. Oh, look at that. Let's finish that off nicely. Okay, thanks for joining me, ladies and gentlemen, whoever's out there. I hope you've enjoyed the card I made today. If you have any questions, let me know. And I look forward to catching up with you next week at 2 p.m. for my next Facebook Live. Have a great day. Thanks again, ladies. Bye.